Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Definitive Wrestling International Studios, and this is the main event of Definitive Wrestling International Volume 171. I'm the DWI social media champion, Alex Brien, and I'm here with my co-host,
Mr. Amazing Tommy Grace, and we have a great main event for you here. It's going to be some tag team action featuring the DWI heavyweight champion Leo Brien and the Mexican Punisher George Rodriguez against the Rebel Guerrillas.
The Rebel Guerrillas, consisting of Lightning Monroe and David Guevara, a very well-experienced tag team. They've worked as a cohesive unit for a long time.
And their opponents, the tag team consisting of the Mexican Giant George Rodriguez.
They're in for one heck of a matchup with the throwback Leo Brien and the Mexican Punisher George Rodriguez. Those are some big boys in there.
Oh, they most certainly are. Of course, Leo Bryan's been the champion here for quite a while.
We got senior referee Ray Riviera reffing this one.
Senior citizen referee, sure.
The Iron Man of DWI. Checking Leo Brien out, making sure he doesn't have anything in the boots.
Ray may be the smaller of our two referees, but he's definitely a tiger in the ring.
I see what you did there.
I did no such thing. Of course, the Rebel Guerrillas, former tag team champions here, so
David Guerrero is fired up tonight.
He is. He's been wanting to get his hands on the champion here for a little while.
These two have been feuding since their training days at the Academy of Wrestling Science at Definitive Wrestling International. They know the ins and outs of one another. They've faced each other. They've teamed up with each other. And here they are, squaring off in the main event of 171.
And Leo Brien, he's been ducking contenders, you might say. Had his problems here with David Guevara, and the two men we're talking about right now are getting ready to lock up. But he's been doing everything he can to avoid having to put that championship on the line in a fair and square fight.
And Leo tagged in the Mexican Punisher George Rodriguez.
Rodriguez, the biggest of the men in this match.
See, Leo Brien, he still wants a piece of the heavyweight champion. David Guevara wants a piece of the heavyweight champion, Leo Brien. That's a long, storied feud. Their debut at Definitive Wrestling International, David Guevara and Leo Brien teamed up as Fatty's Big Chance against the Highwaymen.
Yeah, so that was quite some time ago.
That's an amazing story, though.
Now that was during my brief hiatus from the company here.
And David locking up with the Mexican Punisher. I've been in the ring with both of these men. It's not fun. They are big and they are strong. And the bigger of the men picks up and throws David Guevara like nothing.
Big body slam after the knee lift, but Guevara back to his feet. Punisher living up to his name here.
Punishing David Guevara. Choking him with his foot in the corner. Ray trying to get him off of him. Ray Riviera, the senior referee. Lightning Monroe actually looking concerned for David at this point in the match.
Now the Rebel Guerrillas, long-time fans of, or enemies of the fans here. The fans have been really getting behind them because I think they just hate Leo Brien that much.
George, huge Irish whip, big splash. Right,
Bulldog. This could be it already. Guevara rolls at it too. Back to his feet. There's whip reversal.
I wonder if George is thinking about the masked man that's been assaulting him here recently in DWI.
Indeed, that's a rather large individual as well.
Yeah, and that's a huge distraction when you know somebody's looking for you and you don't know who and you don't know why. They can do it. That's a lot of stress to deal with, and then step in the ring with David Guevara and Lightning Monroe.
Now, he doesn't know who or why. We don't know who or why. All we know is he's a rather large individual, and he does not like George Rodriguez.
And in comes the loudmouth Lightning Monroe. Huge forearms right to the Mexican Punisher.
Shoulders to the midsection.
Big knee to the gut. 2 big knees to the gut.
Going to get a third one. No.
And George just picking him up. Tagging Leo in while still holding him. Slamming him down.
Very smart move if you can get away with it. Yeah,
And a little stomp action from the throwback.
Rodriguez gets a dig in on his way out. Covered. Only one.
A little bit of back and forth. Lightning Monroe trying to fight back. Leo Brien says, I'm the heavyweight champion, and you're not doing that.
Brien and Rodriguez making a rather formidable team here.
Well, they're both very large, great singles wrestlers. So if they learn how to work as a team, they could be unstoppable. George just punishing Lightning Monroe here with that like sidewalk slam.
Sidewalk slam and knees to the midsection now. Knees to the ribs. Gets one in the arm.
Lightning Monroe in a bad way right here.
Monroe desperately needs to make a tag here.
George still just inflicting the punishment. Lightning Monroe tried to get out of there, but there was no chance.
No, not at all. Leo Brien just too strong for him here at this point. Give him a couple elbows to the nose, though. That may change.
Nice snapmare. And the knee right to the bicep.
They're really taking out this arm here.
Look at Leo Brien still standing on the hand to inflict a little more pain and not let him get away while he makes the tag.
You know Monroe likes to come in with that big clothesline. Just working out an arm.
He's not going to have an arm if they keep up like this. There's knees, elbows, everything else, stomps, kicks, right on that bicep.
I mean, even then, if you're not just trying to take a weapon away from him, but take that arm out, get him in some kind of an armbar submission.
Yeah, and you got to remember, Lightning Monroe was coming back from a concussion at Definitive Wrestling International Volume 170. He was knocked out of his match. He was injured, and here he is coming off of that, trying to stay in the match, trying to still compete.
Just dropped on his head again. And still back onto that arm. You know, if somebody's concussed, you're coming off that, maybe you'd think he'd go for the head, but who knows? Maybe these two guys actually have a heart here, not trying to damage his brain any worse.
David Guerrera shouting from the corner, trying to let Lightning Monroe know that he's in a bad situation and get out of there.
Yeah, Brien has the referee distracted, though.
And look at him, just tearing Lightning Monroe's arm, pulling it out of socket. Seems like it's some underhanded tactics by the throwback and the Punisher.
Does had his feet on the ropes there, but kick out anyway by Monroe.
Lightning Monroe really needs to tag in David Guerrero right now. I mean, that arm could be broken. He could have torn ligaments in his elbow. He could have a torn bicep. He's just getting his arm punished, and he needs to get out of there.
And Guerrero wants in. He wants a shot here at the champ. Leo Brien just decks him.
Never mind.
Right
There's a big forearm to your face, and Lightning Monroe trying to fight out.
Bring Guevara in here and allow for the double team.
And look at that. The refs arguing with David Guerrero. No tag, switching places, double team offense, all behind the referee's back. I don't know how Lightning Monroe hasn't given up already.
Not a whole lot of quitting him. I don't think I've ever really seen him just give up in a match.
George Rodriguez just slamming his shoulder right into the turnbuckle. After all the punishment that's taken, I don't even know how he's fighting back.
Monroe just trying to use the other arm. Oh, right to the eyes.
You notice he didn't use that arm, the injured arm, the one they've been attacking. He kept that tucked away. He was trying to protect it.
But to no avail at this moment as Rodriguez has him here up in the body slam.
Oh, with the hammerlock, a hammerlock body slam.
Guevara jumps in here to break up the pinfall.
See, he knows that Lightning Monroe's in a bad situation. But he's actually doing harm here. Ray Riviera gets turned around arguing with him. There's no tag again. And they're right back on the offense on the arm. David Guevara very frustrated on the outside.
Now, in the defense of Leo Brien and George Rodriguez, they could have made a legal tag if they wanted to.
Yeah, but they're hooking. Uh-oh, double team offense.
Oh, just shoots him into the turnbuckle.
Now right into the post. That was shoulder to steel. And with the way he's been getting his arm beaten on this match, they might have to stop the match if he keeps this up.
They're going to want to see if he is still able to compete. David Guevara asking the referee, Ray Rivera, to get out here and check on his man.
It's got to be serious. I mean, the punishment he's taking on his arm and stuff, and look at that. He can't even use his arm. They're going to have to stop this match. Or David Guevara is going to have to go at it alone.
They may have to. Rodriguez just parading around the ring here. Really, this should be a countout situation.
The referee is telling Lightning Monroe he is physically incapable of participating in the athletic competition, and he has to go to the locker room. He's obviously not upset about it. So David Guevara at this point will either have to give up the match or take on two men by himself. And it's two of the top competitors here in Definitive Wrestling International. The throwback, the DWI heavyweight champion, Leo Brien. The Mexican Punisher, George Rodriguez.
Now this is going to be interesting here as a 2-on-1 situation allows David Guevara no rest. He's going to have to just give everything he's got here.
And see the refs letting David decide. Is he going to take on both men? Or is he going to throw the match out? Because, I mean, traditionally it would have been a count out. But due to the injury and the way it went down, the refs say, if you still want to, I know you want Leo Brien. If you want to take them both on, you can.
That's right, Guevara. He looks like he's ready to go here.
That's still not a very good place to be when you're David Guevara. Even though you're a rebel gorilla, you're in there with the throwback and the Punisher. What, 6'5", 6'6" Mexican Punisher, or the DWI heavyweight champion, the throwback Leo Brien.
All right, the two men circling here, and Rodriguez is going to let Leo Brien have it.
Well, everybody got some time to breathe there, so they're going to square it off and let David Guevara slip up and then take advantage.
Oh, but Guevara maybe not slipping it up here.
Well, he's getting his hands on Leo Brien right there. He's been waiting for this. Like I said, these two trained together. They made their debut in DWI as a team. And now they're feuding for the DWI Heavyweight Championship, and they find themselves in this bitter feud. And he's finally getting his hands on him. If Mexican Punisher wasn't there, this would be epic.
This is where that 2-on-1 situation.
And who is that? Oh, did you see it? Did you see it? You see him?
I do. That's that large individual again, the unknown assailant here. Oh, what do we got?
As the social media champion, I'm going to tell you, it's getting kind of scary out there because these other wrestlers keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Jawbreaker from the unknown assailant. Ooh, clotheslines Rodriguez.
The very big masked unknown assailant. What a gimmick. Look at that, just laying waste to George Rodriguez. Pandemonium, it's level 10 excitement in DWI Studios.
Referee Ray is still down on the ground here. He got kind of sandwiched when Rodriguez ran in.
Well, George Rodriguez is taken out. Lightning Monroe's hurt. David Rivera and the throwback Leo Brien are squaring off one-on-one. David Rivera, there's your shot. Take it. That's the champ. Huge shots right to the face.
There we go. Head first in the turnbuckle there.
David Rivera just laying it in. He's no technical nothing. It's on. It's time.
Oh, sunset flip. No, he gets the foot hooked.
And he pins the DWI heavyweight champion. David Rivera pins him. He gets him one-on-one for a short period of time, and he gets the 1-2-3 over the heavyweight champion.
That's right, but of course, this still being a tag team match. He's not taking the belt home.
But look at David. He's letting him know, I'm coming for the DWI heavyweight championship. It's mine.
And I'm sure we can expect to see some more of him here in the future.
And what about George Rodriguez? The guy comes out to tax him. He levels him, leaves him laying on the outside of the ring. Is Lightning Monroe okay? He had his arm demolished throughout the match.
Well, we're going to see what's going on with Lightning Monroe here backstage and fill you folks in when we have more information.
How are they going to restore order in DWI? Because it seems like it's pandemonium.
Well, it certainly is, but still, you're champion.